it was exciting to see a bunch of them guys, and I think this was
What they average about a 38th place finish? The ringers that were going to kick our asses.
Well, SVG with the top 10.
Yeah. Yes,
so.
but I want to hear the comments now saying, okay, any of the top 10 in supercars are going to come over here and win the race. I don't think that's happening.
Hey, listen, one thing, the one guy that really impressed me this weekend was Brodie Kostecki.
He did good.
The guy didn't get a lap of practice, right? He was out there something happened there. I don't think he made like a timed lap in practice.
Yeah, he did.
And went out and qualified 11th.
So
yeah. Well, he wrecked in practice. He got a couple laps.
But first it wouldn't run, and then they had guys in the cockpit trying to work on it. But
he did a really good job of working his way up with very little.
Like his finish doesn't represent where, because I think they did a deal and you see this sometimes, especially if you're trying to get a win or you don't have any points to race for. If you're running in mid-pack or towards the back, you will pit with 10 to go, just hoping that a caution comes out and then you're going to stay out. And they did that. So he was running probably around 15th and pit. I don't know where he finished, probably mid-20s back, but their finish doesn't represent where they ran. So him and we knew SVG was going to be good. Like I talked about here last week.
He's fast.
He's going to run 10th to 15th, and that's what he did all day. He ran 10th or 12th all day long, finished 10th or 11th. I don't know where he finished.
Brodie finished 22nd.
Yeah. So but like I said, that was just by pit strategy.
What did your teammate? Tell me you saw that time into one when he went to drive down the inside and outbreak. Did you see how close he got? I didn't even tell Brad because I was like, it doesn't matter because whatever I tell him here is not going to matter. I was just sitting there watching it. It looked like slow motion that it was happening. Did you see that? 67 goes, dive down the inside.
Ain't that guy that eats all them hot dogs?
No, different guys.
What?
Ain't his last name Kobayashi
cousins.
too?
They're cousins.
Yeah, they're definitely related. This guy goes to outbreak somebody and die, and he's not stopping.
No.
And he's aimed right for the 6, and I'm just like,
nope, don't do it.
I don't. What do you say? I mean, you can't. If you tell him to slow down, you're going to get
literally
hit.
passed 2 cars when he was out.
Oh yeah,
and you're just like, man, you're not going to make the corner.
He missed us by probably less than a foot, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was slow motion.
Listen, these guys. This just is a testament to our full-time drivers that these guys are the best at what they do. SVG and Kostecki win all the supercar races. Kobayashi dominates the damn sports car world. Rockefeller's a multi-time Le Mans winner. And these guys just can't compete with our guys. In this, anywhere, that's what I talked about last week about, that perfect storm of Chicago was a place that our guys haven't been before, and it's something that SVG was used to. Here's a place where
rain.
We've only got rain,
street course.
We've only even got 2 or 3 races here, and our guys are still that much better just because they've been there before. So I mean,
wait till the Glen. The Glen will be just as hard, man.
Are all those same guys running it?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think any of them are. I mean, I don't know somebody. I know Kobayashi's not.
Yeah,
I don't think SVG is.
So most of these guys also have never used spotters before. As a spotter coming in and working with them, how does communication go? I think SVG made comments about not wanting to hear some information, especially when he was in traffic. I mean, what is that like, or how would you prepare?
So the best I can relate it to would be spotting a Rolex, and you just kind of get with the guy. These are people that usually don't have spotters, and you some of them are don't talk to me. There was one guy we ran up the 911 Porsche one year, and the guy's like, just I don't want a spotter, so just don't talk. And I was like, okay. And then he almost wrecked, and he's like, nobody said anything. I'm like, no, told me not to talk. So these guys, it's the same as any other driver. It's just you got to cater to whatever they want.
They always start this every time.
Yeah, I spotted for Owen Kelly at I think it was Road America when he was driving a 54.
Yeah,
and he got Adam Stevens as the crew chief. And I said, well, what do you need? He said, I don't need anything. I don't need you to clear me. I can clear myself. I'm good. I'm like, okay. So then I forget. I think it was Kligerman was outside of us off of whatever that last corner is. And Owen just ran him off in the grass. And Adam's like, how about you let Freddie spot before we get wrecked? Because you can't. Yeah, I know you said you can clear yourself, but obviously you can't. So
yeah, I mean, I understand if you're in the middle of a battle there, but at times you might not know that you're 3 wide. You might not know certain things, and it's understandable that these guys come from a background with no spotters, but they're just like the Rolex race. You get down there, I've been in meetings there, and the guy sits there and says, we don't want anything. By the time, after practice when you start spotting something like, oh, yeah, info's good. Then in the race, they're like, I'm not even using my mirror. Just keep telling me things.
Well, and a lot of that comes down to they've never had a guy that can give them information to help them, right? So therefore, they don't think they need it. And when they get it, they do.
So how do you think it went?
I thought it was funny to listen to SVG on Friday night. Is that the truck race Friday
Yes.
night?
Who spotted for him?
Stevie. And he, like, there's one time they're like, all right, man, yellow's out. You're the lucky dog. And he's like, is that good? Like, that's not a good thing. Like, it's just like a different
No,
world.
it means you were a lap down to start with, so it's probably not a good thing. But
You know, I saw from his comments that he had a lot of fun at IRP, and it's a great racetrack.
that's
too.
one of the
And,
best.
Yeah, and he had a blast back there, but like, it was fun because it was a one-off, and you know, it didn't really. You were just there to finish. You were there to have fun.
And I thought he did a good job. Like,
He did a great
He
job.
didn't have like super fire off speed, but like
Nah.
he could run the same lap time for a while. And,
Yeah, he did
And I
fine.
think he takes the right. He's having fun. Right now, anyway, he has the right mindset of, I'm learning. I need to get better. Like, there's no there's no timetable for this. Like, they're gonna. We saw this week that they're going to sign him. Trackhouse going to sign him to some kind of a multi-year deal or whatever to be full-time NASCAR, and that's going to be, I'm sure, across all 3 series. What do you think they should put him in? Like a truck?
But I mean, think about this, man. Michael McDowell goes out yesterday and wins the race. This guy shows up from Australia, and he's run 2 races in better equipment than Michael McDowell's ever sat in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he's only run 2 races.
So,
He
so I
has
mean,
2 top
when-
10s.
yeah, I mean, yeah, 2 top 10s. But I mean, like you sit here and look at it, and you're like, man, that's crazy. I don't know. I mean, Freddie, if the path is to get him to Cup, I don't know why you're having him run a lot of Xfinity. I mean, he's already got Cup experience. I mean, with the shifting and all that stuff. So
I don't think
mean,
you waste much time.
I don't either. I mean, I don't
It's
know
just.
why.
I mean,
would.
it's just going to be a charter deal. You know,
Yeah.
like where are you going to get a charter from? But
Or using alliances, I guess.
Well, the only real race that's hard to make is the Daytona 500, and without that charter there, you are in a mess. I
Yeah.
mean, they only let 4
that
open
that would
cars
be
in.
that would be tough to make. That
Yeah. You got 4 open cars to get in, and everybody else is out. But everywhere else you go, you can get in. You know, it's not tough.
I mean, Brett, you would know this. It can't be difficult to find a sponsor for him, right?
I don't
He
know.
is an international driver. First race wins.
Yeah.
The
The good news-
spotlight is on him right now.
I mean, this opens the doors to international stuff for sure. Not
Yeah.
just for driver wise. I mean, we got all these guys from other series. Look how many series they've come from. The race in our series, we've got all these people, and there is talk about eventually. I think we race international eventually, and that opens the doors even more.
If he doesn't have a charter, Casey, he requires more money because you don't earn as much money when you go out and race, right? So he could finish, say, 10th, and a guy who finishes 22nd with a charter get more money than he does. So that part of it gets tricky. But look, Trackhouse has done a really good job of finding funding for their cars. I mean, they're probably close to sold out for a couple years now that they got the Busch deal with Ross. So you can put all your efforts into it.
Trackhouse is bringing that international feel to NASCAR, which is what I feel like we've been talking about needing for years. And they're doing it, within 2 races?